The battlefield was drenched in blood and fire. The Stormclaw winds howled through the ruins of the City of Wolves. Nightshade's shadows slithered, striking unseen. Emberfang's infernos raged, turning enemies to ash. The Bloodfang clan was changing. The fang of Kalthar pulsed in Corrin's grasp, its power consuming him. His fur darkened, his eyes burned like embers, and his body grew into something no longer wolf, no longer mortal. Ravenna's voice echoed in his mind. "You are no longer a leader, Corrin. You are a god." With a single command, the Forsaken Wolves surged forward, their twisted, monstrous forms overwhelming the battlefield. Lyra Bloodfang watched in horror. She had one choice: stop Corrin, or watch the world burn. The ground cracked beneath Corrin's feet as the final stage of the ritual began. Dark energy spiraled around him, lifting him into the air. His body trembled, caught between the power of the Fang and his last shred of sanity. Lyra stepped forward.
Enough.
Corrin turned, a twisted grin on his face.
"You wouldn't dare stand against your own blood."
But Lyra already had. Stormclaw, Nightshade, and Emberfang now stood at her side. She had chosen them over the clan she was born into. The rival Alphas, Raedra Stormclaw, Thorn Nightshade, and Ignis Emberfang, stood beside her. Together, they charged. The fight that followed was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Stormclaw's lightning shattered the ground. Nightshade's assassins slipped through the chaos, striking from the darkness. Emberfang's flames scorched the battlefield, burning the Forsaken where they stood. But Corrin was unstoppable. With every strike, the Fang of Kalthar fed him more power. The shadows around him twisted and screamed, warping into monstrous forms. One by one, warriors fell. Even with 3 clans united against him, it wasn't enough, until Lyra made the sacrifice. Lyra lunged through the storm, dodging Corrin's deadly strikes. She wasn't trying to kill him. She was aiming for the Fang. With a final, desperate roar, Lyra sank her fangs into Corrin's arm and tore the relic from his grasp. The moment it left his hands, Corrin screamed. The power that had consumed him ripped him apart, as if the shadows themselves were devouring him. The Forsaken Wolves collapsed, their bodies dissolving into ash. The war ended in an instant. Corrin fell to his knees, his strength gone. The monster he had become was no more. But before he could take his final breath, Lyra stood over him.
This ends with me.
And with one last, swift strike, Corrin Bloodfang, Alpha of the Bloodfang clan, was dead.